Hello, Frags of Beer family. Welcome to Beard Wizard Reviews. I'm your host, Zaymot, or Beard Wizard Man. We may be modifying some things around here a bit, but welcome to the show, Hangover Gang. If you are here for Brandon Hart, thank you. I really appreciate it. And no, the Indie Spotlight has not gone away. We've just changed the name because of some comments and some questions and things that deal with independent, whether music is independent, whether artists are independent or not. And there seems to be so many different levels and so much vagary around what is independent music and what is not independent music. I decided to change it up a little bit. I'm still going to focus on the small bands, the independent bands, some of the bigger bands that are less well known but are still not signed with major labels. That's what we're going to be looking at. And so I'm not done looking at Brandon Hart and Tom McDonald and Nova Rockefeller and Fury and Al Kane and all of the bands you guys have come to love, the really independent artists. But I've also started looking at larger artists who are pseudo-independent because they are signed with labels, but they're not big labels. So the show has just changed names. I want to be as honest as possible with the format, so that's why I did that. And also, as you guys know, this is a live review show, not necessarily a reaction show, even if you call it that, which is fine. I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression. I've heard these songs before. I've listened to this music or looked at these artists or talked to these or read the comics or whatever it is I'm talking about. So not new to me, not reactions, but that's fine if you call it that. So welcome to the show. Make sure you click the red subscribe button. Help us out. We are at 650. I just need 50 more of you folks to join the Frags Bear family, and I'm going to give away 7 books. We have got 2 months left. 2 months to get to 1,000. Can you guys get me to 1,000? Get your friends, get your neighbors, get your family. Tell them to come to the Frags Bear Network and click that red button for me. I don't even care if you hit the bell. Just come click that red button. Get me to 1,000 by the end of the year, and I'm going to give away 10 books. 10 books at 1,000 subscribers, so get me there. All right, so today, sorry about the lighting too, I have to mention that. I had a bulb go out in the overhead light, so I'm using a side light, which is why you see an odd reflection on the side of my face. I'll get a new bulb soon. I just don't have one on hand right now. I got to run to the store. So anyway, here we go. We're going to take a look at Brandon Hart today. Brandon Hart dropped a new one, and it's a big one, and it hits me right in the gut. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to talk about it and pause as necessary. If you're in the live stream, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the show. And here we go. This is Brandon Hart in 1997. For context, I graduated high school in 94. So here we go. Cheers.
I still remember when we moved here. Was in the middle of a school year, and I was different, that much I know. I ate my lunches in the staircase, and I tried to keep a brave face for my sister. She took the move harder than me, and I would walk by myself every day back home until one day they invited me along to go with them, not caring where we go, 'cause I wasn't alone. I don't care where we're going, as long as you're with me. I'll never feel like I'm alone. Don't care where we're moving, if we're together, it'll always feel like
It's a tough one.
we're at home.
It's already starting to get to me. I say this is a tough one because for those of you who are maybe new or haven't caught all the shows, sometimes songs hit personal parts of my life that either bring up memories or, in this case, my father worked for the Bureau of Prisons for a lot of years, all through my childhood and into high school and my early adulthood, obviously. And we moved a lot every few years. We were moving to a new state, a new city, across the country, and leaving friends behind, and finding yourself in a new school, sometimes most of the time, halfway through the school year. And that's hard for a kid to join a new school, especially halfway through the year. You know, if you join at the beginning of the school year, everybody knows you're new, but everybody's new. Especially when you're in those kinds of schools where everybody gets filtered from, say, 5 elementary schools into 1 junior high. Maybe when you start there are kids from other schools that you didn't know, but when you start in the middle of the school year, everybody knows you're new. And it's a very lonely experience. It is a ostracizing experience, and despite the fights with my brother, despite the headbutting, which all brothers do when they're kids, my brother was the only constant in my life, and I know there were many times where I treated him like an older brother. I was not always the kindest to my brother when we were growing up because he was younger than me and I wanted to be with the older kids, and whatever it might have been, like kids do, the stupid things that kids do. I grew to appreciate that the older I got, and especially when they moved away and I stayed in Georgia in high school, because I realized that I missed that constant in my life that was my brother. And there are many times I regret, but again, we were kids. That's how kids treat each other. And so this song I believe about his sister and how no matter what, she's home to him. He'll never be alone when they're together. I get that. I feel that right in my soul. And this song hits really close to home for that. And Brandon's skill and everything, we'll talk about that here in a minute, but I just wanted to lay that out there so that you guys understand maybe why this song hits a little harder than some of the ones that we've done recently.
In the middle of the school year, a million miles from where I was born. I didn't mind that we moved away. I didn't have friends there anyway, but the ones I did have, I still talk to today. And I would lay in the grass, turn the radio on, stare at the sky to find where I belong. Close my eyes and drift away in those songs.
So Brandon, we haven't heard from Brandon in a few weeks, and I always say that this guy's voice, his skill, his ability to bend genres, to go from one to another, from rock to rap to this sort of soulful hip hop, or almost pop, is phenomenal because it gives him such range when he's got to do a song. He's not stuck in one style or one genre, and he's very good at that. His voice is spectacular. I love that it's not, he doesn't sound like a lot of the other artists out there, which is good because it gets boring when you hear the same sound from many different people on the radio or wherever it might be. All these people trying to copy each other, copy the last popular thing so that they can be popular too. That gets tiresome. So I love Brandon's unique sound. I like his ability to move through one genre to another, from one style to another. And this song is fantastic. It's so well written. It's got such a great beat and catchy chorus. So not only the feelings in this song and the message in this song, but the song itself is phenomenal. I love it so much. This is the kind of song that I would listen to this on my Spotify. This is going right in the playlist for sure.
I always knew that one day we'd end up here. You can always find your way home. I always knew that one day I'd see things clear. You are never alone. I don't care where we're going, as long as you're with me. I'll never feel like I'm alone. Don't care where we're moving, if we're together.
I I can feel that so much because all the moving that we've done, my home is here with my family, obviously, but this state, this town, the only thing that makes it feel like home is my family, my wife, my son. I'm not from here, so I've always throughout my life, even though I've lived here longer than anywhere else in my life, I've always felt so disconnected and disjointed from where I'm at. Uh, home seems like the Kansas City area, Leavenworth area of Kansas. That's where I was born, but I was only there for 9 years. So that is home because that's where so many of my family members were. So we visited there so much, but I can understand that. Like when I see my brother, when I saw my brother in Michigan just a couple months ago, even though we were in Michigan in a house I've never been in, my Aunt Mary's house, I've never been there before. That was my first time there. It was my first time in that town. It was my first time in that part of Michigan. I felt at home because my brother was there. So that's hard to, sorry, that's getting to me. That's hard to describe. So that's why this song does it. And I know my wife, if she's watching this now or watching this with me later, is going to be struck by that. And I definitely cannot express enough how much I feel at home when I'm with her, when I'm with my kid, when I'm with my family. That's not what I mean. This area, this state, this town still doesn't feel like home because I'm so used to moving around all my life and feeling like no place was home, if that makes sense. Just the people, my family, my brother, my dad's family, my aunts and uncles, my mom's family on that side. When I visit them, that's when I actually feel home. You know what I mean? Where I find a location where I feel at home. So that, if that makes any sense, I don't know. I'm gibbering, but anyway, this song, fantastic. Go check out the rest of his stuff on his channel. Make sure you tell him the Frags of Beaver Network sent you so he knows where the love is coming from. And thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. You guys are my family too, and you guys make me feel like home. Thank you so much, and I will see you all again soon. Have a great one. Much love.